What's good, my people, my beautiful people? Let's hear from for the one time. All right, so what's good? Oh shit. What's popping YouTube? What's popping Facebook? What's popping everybody? We back on this thing. I just had to set everything up. Hope everything sounds good. Cause if it don't, I don't get no fuck. So so we better just go ahead and get into it. About to go ahead and start some music for the one time. Shout out, this is my brother's song right here. My brother, shout out to Jerry. Shout out to Matt. This is their song right quick. In the whip, that's my right hand. Long as we came together, nigga, we just locked in. We can ski up together, nigga, that's my demon twin. If you ever catch your op, nigga, you better block them in. I can make it, do with you niggas, y'all is not my friend. JaKobe, but it'd be crazy if you lost again. We be creeping through the night, nigga, we tryna lock in. We creeping through the night, nigga, we tryna lock in.
No new friends, cause these niggas be dissing. I can't live out my Glock, I can't
be missing.
G's, I just dropped the dance. I pay my nigga, jump out them vans.
That fuck boy running, we gon' knock off his pants.
I just got on Burwells and I made his ass ring.
Tell a bitch I wanna fuck, so I tuck off my pants.
These Cartier friends, I can't see through my lens.
Alright. That is enough. That is enough. Shout out. This is my first time being on this first time ever been live. Everything is on here. Shout out to people that's on Facebook. Shout out to people that's on what am I live on? What I'm on? Let me make sure. I'm on Facebook. I'm on motherfucking YouTube right now, and I'm on motherfucking Twitch right now. So y'all go follow your boy right now. We off in them things right now. About to go ahead and chop it up. Second episode of. Well, I'm just gonna say the first episode of the arrogant podcast. What's the word? What's the unapologetically young nigga? Make sure I got everything I need to be. Cause y'all know. But yeah, first episode of Respectfully Arrogant, man. We just on here chopping it up. Had to make sure everything is set right for the one time. This shit is annoying, bro. Like trying to set up new shit, bro. I damn near finna throw this shit out the motherfucking window, bro. Almost. Oh my, bro, this shit ain't working. Bro, this shit was not working for like 3 days, bro. I'm sitting there like, bro, I'm trying to get on live. Niggas is not fucking with me, bro. I'm in this motherfucker on YouTube, all types of shit, trying to figure this shit out. Good looking. Oh, you hear everything? Can you hear everything with all? But yeah, like I said, I'm on everything trying to figure this motherfucker out. Bro, I'm up late as hell. Nigga, I ain't go to sleep until like 6 in the morning yesterday trying to figure all this shit out, bro. I felt illiterate. I'm like, damn, I ain't been in school in a minute. Nigga, if I was younger, I probably would have figured this shit out a long time ago, but I ain't really tripping, bro. But yeah, first episode of Respectfully Arrogant podcast. I'm gonna be going live, chopping it up, trying to, gain fans and shit like that, gain a following and shit like that. That's where we can like bounce off each other, really talk and shit like that. Right now, it's just gonna be me until some I just had to jump out the window and do it. I started my YouTube. I ain't gonna say YouTube, but I started my podcast just doing it the regular way. I was going out to like a little podcast thing, recording the shit and editing the shit. But I noticed that a lot of people was doing podcasting like this, so I'm like, fuck it. I might as well just do it like this too. So jumped out the window, bought the equipment, and just said I'm gonna start doing podcasts like this, basically just going live, shit like that, and just dropping it piece by piece when it comes down to like YouTube and all that extra shit, bro. I've been on the fence about this shit since 2017, bro. It is 2023, bro. That's damn near almost 5 years. 5 years, niggas old as a bitch now. Like, damn. But I finally told myself I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Invest in the shit, bro. That's gonna be one of the biggest things that I want to just chop it up with y'all about just investing in yourself, man. It's about that time. I know a lot of people out there that's still trying to do, the shit that they want to do. I don't know if it's hair, cutting hair, doing hair, fucking, doing whatever shit. I know I'm fidgeting, bro. Like you can't just tell me to stop. This is my first time on this motherfucker, so of course the motherfucker gonna be fidgeting and shit. So of course I'm gonna be sitting here fucking with shit I don't need to be fucking with. But yeah, it just what this taught me is just hop on that shit and do what you're supposed to be doing, bro. So that's what I said. I said I'm gonna hop on this shit, do what I need to be doing. It's not gonna get to the point where it needs to be if I don't figure this shit out. If I don't, start recording, if I don't edit this shit, I'm so big on like my skits and doing other YouTube shit. This is gonna be a whole different, whole different stature for me to be trying to like, doing a podcast like this. Like I said, I normally just go down and and just record it and pick topics and shit to talk about like this. But this gonna help me get to people who want to fuck with me and who want to subscribe. Y'all see everything on my head. Y'all go subscribe. JaKobe so funny. I got all my links at the top, y'all. Facebook, Twitch. I said, is it Twitch? Yeah, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. Y'all go over there fuck with your boy right now. But yeah. Other than that, we about to just go ahead and this was one thing I really want to test though is this showing shit on here because last time I could not figure it out. Like it was basically just the audio. So let's see. Hopefully we good.
She's from Seattle, but kind of like, same thing, bounced around Southern Cali. And same with her, honestly.
All over Cali.
How'd you guys end up?
Okay, so if y'all don't really know who this is, this dude named Kelpie. Everybody be on his ass because they be saying that he's not he's a wannabe pimp. My nigga said he's a wankster, brother. He's a wannabe pimp. A lot of people don't really fuck with him for that. They say he's not like a real pimp shit. So if y'all don't know, these are the underbellies. I'm gonna be watching from Underbelly. This dude have a lot of like. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, basically, they be on his ass. They talk about like he's not a real pimp. He's what he's doing is bullshit. So I just want to go ahead and see his story. I just be seeing people attack him for no reason. Well, I'm not gonna say for no reason, but I just don't know the story. So I just want to see if he's a real pimp or not. Like every time I see him, like just from what I see, somebody's always trying to whoop on this dude. Like, bro, they always try to put the me mops on this motherfucking head. So I'm gonna just see if he see. I want to see his backstory. This is from the Underbelly. This dude who do he do interviews like this for L.A. All the people who like sex trafficking, all the women who prostitutes and shit like that. Y'all go follow him. He's on YouTube right now. It's called Underbelly. Most of all these stories and bad. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about. You get a lot of views, so somebody's watching. So
that's actually kind of interesting story. Like I kind of say they found me. Like we always used to kind of joke about it, talk about it like, oh, we could do this to get some money and things like that. We never actually took it seriously. But about 2 years ago, I kind of just started, dipping my foot in the game, kind of like figuring out the ropes and stuff like that. And then they were kind of short for money, and I was like, there's some ways we can get some bread.
You guys were in the streets before this happened?
Yeah. I mean, we're homeless.
Bro, look at.
I kind of just told them like, yo, we can get some bread. You guys can, you're.
Folks just said they homeless. Boy, with that motherfucking I got that motherfucking strawberry grape Kool-Aid suit on. Nigga talk about how you gonna say y'all homeless? You gonna speed right past that. I said we're actually homeless, but anyway.
Before this happened?
Yeah. I mean, we're homeless.
Yeah.
So.
Bro, I ain't trying to. What the fuck?
I kind of just told them like, yo, we can get some bread. You guys can, you're white girls. It's kind of a rare thing to see out on the streets. So we ended up just going for it. And
Ashley and Crystal, were you working as sex workers at all before the?
Before we met him?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean, I tried to do some things on my own. I had a little bit, but, you know, nothing.
You need a pimp.
Yeah.
Real talk.
So tell me why you need a pimp, Kelpie. Why
Well, it's not just the security aspect and like taking care of the girls, but it's just, I found, at least with most of the females in my life, past girls I've had, these girls, something about managing money is kind of like, it's a thing they struggle with a lot.
For sure.
So I pride myself in being like a CEO-minded person. I'm really good at managing money. So I'm not taking their money per se to go spend it on random stuff for myself.
Bro, the weird part about it is that this nigga say that they are homeless, but he got the whole get together of a pimp. The nigga suit dusty as hell, and he got a bro. If this is not off brand, this nigga got a fucking dollar sign necklace.
The blade a couple of times, but
What
mostly
type of shit is that?
and that's cracking. Since they're white girls, people want them. So
So the internet is what you guys do.
yeah, mostly just ad work, posting ads on all types of different sites and magazines, and it's working.
You worry about the law?
I mean, like I said, I've been in some trouble before. I actually just got raided yesterday, but
How you get raided? You ain't got no crib. What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
now, just because I kind of know the people I'm working with, most of the tricks, I'm kind of familiar with them.
You have regulars?
Yeah, definitely regulars is how we make most of our money. I mean, we will branch out sometimes, but like I said, the regulars are really consistent money and pretty much like 3 times weekly, sometimes bi-weekly, things of that nature.
And being Caucasian, I think you're the first white pimp I've interviewed.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of people always told me like, oh, bro, you're pimping all this. I'm like, you know what? I wasn't really pimping before I got into this game, but when I actually got into the game, I just kind of like jumped off the edge and just started swimming real fast. I picked it up just like I picked up all the other.
Bro, when I hear pimps talk about all the hard work they do, like, bro, what the fuck do you do?
I
Bro?
learned them quick.
All the girls do all the hard work. Shit, they doing all the fucking.
Street smart and book smart. So I kind of use that to my abilities when it comes to this game and other ones I may have dabbled in before.
And drugs are part of your guys?
Yeah, we all we're on different drugs. They're using crystal meth, and that just kind of helps them keep working. But they were doing that before they started working with me. Before they were in my stable, they were already messing around with drugs. I personally cigarettes and opioids, but I really cut back on the opioids a lot, just like codeine, promethazine, and Percocet and stuff like that. But mostly just nicotine is my only vice. Try and stay pretty
Is this
sober.
just a business arrangement, or is there a romantic aspect to this?
I
Partnership?
mean, I guess you could say it's a little bit of both. Like, I love both of these women. I mean, we've done things of like, a sexual nature and things like that. But for me, the number one thing I focus on is the money. And I'm sure they'll probably tell you the same thing, is they're really just trying to, have a better lives for themselves. And that, in this day and age, really
This shit
involves
wild,
money.
bro.
It's like the ticket to freedom is what I call it.
Yeah,
Bro,
how-
it's
how-
2023. Fuck y'all niggas do. Fuck
They're
y'all is
18.
pimping for.
So you're all kids.
Like, what are you pimping for?
Yeah, but
Oh, y'all better go on
we still,
OnlyFans.
like I said, feds just took $20,000 from me when they raided me yesterday. But we're gonna make it right back,
Wow. And Ashley and Crystal, you tell me how you guys grew up and where you came from before you.
Y'all
came-
said, but we gonna make it right back. You know how much $20,000 a fuck it is? That's a lot of fuck.
My dad lived in LA. My parents.
Y'all said they took $20,000 from us. We gonna make it back. Shit. If I was one of these girls, I'd be like, what? Nigga, we gonna make it, but that's a lot of fuck.
many years.
20,000? Shit.
Grew up in a horror house. Things like
Y'all
that.
said we gonna make it back. Like shit. Of course, nigga, you said like that. Nigga, you ain't gotta put in no work.
Your house.
Yeah. So the independent thing
your
is.
mom was a
kind
hoarder?
of- No, my grandma.
Oh, your grandmother.
Yeah, we live with my
Oh,
grandma.
I'm sorry. Right.
Yeah, and then made our way around California. My mom found another guy and grew up in a pretty nice area, but I always felt like there was something missing, or like was in LA. Like I kind of got attached to that place. and like I still view that as like my home. And so
It's a nice city.
yeah,
For sure, a nice city.
not really living the like privileged life.
That
is
white
more-
picket fence life
yeah,
kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah,
Nah,
is
for
more
sure.
my style.
Hmm.
So
That's how I grew up. I grew up white picket fence style until I was like maybe 12 or 13, and my parents' divorce kind of screwed all that up. We moved more down south, Orange County, and then after that, I struggled with drugs and stuff, so I was in and out of rehab for a long time.
Bro, when I
And
see
then my
people that do
parents,
shit like that,
they sent me to like an Amish type of,
Like a cold, huh?
yeah, sort of.
So
Yeah.
they were trying to control you or just
Yeah,
set you on the right path?
yeah. In the beginning, I was just, they put me in rehab for smoking weed or running away. They're like,
So
Very.
they're very strict,
very.
and you were rebellious.
I didn't like to be told no.
I'd say so then, yeah. Yeah. I think that's something we all kind of got in common is that like rebellious streak. We've all kind of strayed away from society's norms in terms of not just drugs, but just the way we think. We all kind of have that different mentality from go get a 9 to 5, hustle every day in a legal way to get minimum wage and all that. We saw more for ourselves because we knew we're special people. And so that's the reason we kind of dabbled in this. And once we started doing it, we realized like, yo, this works for us. So we're sticking with it and just trying to go up from here,
Ashley and Crystal, you would say this arrangement works for you guys?
yeah,
Yes, it's the best possible situation. Like we all met each other at the perfect time.
Yeah. You guys have been together how long?
I don't want to say exact specifics just because of the shit going on right now, but it's been months,
Yeah.
close to a year. And we've been friends even before that, probably like 3 years now.
So it's not the typical abusive pimp.
Nah, definitely not. You know what? With girls that I've had in the past, if they get a little bit of a really strong-minded rebellion, then I have checked a girl or two in my past, but kind of learned from that. The gorilla pimping style just doesn't work. I'd much rather, just get them to do what I want with my mouth rather than, slapping them around and shit like that. Because at the end of the day, that's not good for nobody. They're not going to want to go work if I'm beating on them. They're not going to look good if I'm beating on them, giving them black eyes and things like that. So, yeah, I just kind of tell them, like, yo, this is what I expect from you guys. This is what I want from you guys. A lot of times they go above and beyond. If they're not doing exactly what I want, I'll kind of give them some motivation to do it. And, yeah, that's my main job other than managing the money and keeping them safe, is to just be that motivator in their life that they both need, that we all need, honestly.
So your
bro,
role
like
is
he's
like the
sound.
manager, you're
Bro, don't get me wrong. Obviously,
security
he's
guard,
a
you're
pimp
there.
because he got
Everything
he got
like that, yeah. I mean,
females. But this
there's been
dude
times
sound
when
like he don't
we've
even
had
take
tricks that are,
like he's like,
most of them
I
are
don't know. I
unpredictable,
wouldn't really
but
take
some
him
that
serious
kind of
as a
just
pimp.
freak me out a little bit, and I think it makes them have a little bit more peace of mind when I'm there, just in a defensive way, kind of able to intervene if anything bad were to happen.
Have you guys had incidents yet?
We've had a few
These
people
girls
try and
going
short us
through
on
it, bro.
money,
Like, if y'all-
but we always made sure we
Y'all
got
need
that
to
right
follow
back.
dude. I'm
And,
telling you, he do a lot of
we've
interviews.
had people intentionally
women,
like,
and these women,
try and
man,
stay
they go
longer
through it.
above
They
their
go
time
through it
limit of
so
the date
crazy.
and things like that. But
And you would
we
never
kind of just
know,
shut that shit down
especially
and,
in LA.
get them out of that situation
These
and
prostitutes
usually
and
move on
stuff,
from
like,
that trick
bruh,
and just find a new one.
It's crazy.
So, Cuppy, your style seems to be a little bit of a throwback to like the 80s,
I'm
90s
100%
pimps.
old school in every way, in the
70s.
way I think, the way I dress, the music I listen to. Because the old school is the best school. Like, you can ask anybody around here and they'll probably tell you like, oh, the old school, they were doing this wrong and this wrong. Old school works. This new bullshit going around of people, beating on their girls because they think that's old school and, just putting them out there, busting cheap dates, all that type of shit, it don't work. Like, it might work for you, but it's not gonna work in terms of the relationship with the girls. That's why you see them constantly switching hoes back and forth, because the girls aren't gonna wanna be out there not feeling loved, just having to do this every single minute of every day. You gotta leave time for relaxation, leave time for fun. and most definitely got to stay fly.
Are there tennis shoe pimps down in Orange County?
You know what? Honestly, in Orange County, I've met a few pimps, and they're all just gangbangers.
Right.
They don't even, like, you could call them tennis shoe pimps for sure, but they're mostly just, Chicanos, Cholo gangbangers, and they just find out, they realize prostitution is a way to make money, so they kind of get into it and shit like that. Yeah, but it ain't a real pimp, in my opinion.
Right.
A real pimp's got to have love for his girls. He's got to have respect for his girls. He's got to earn it and demand it, but he's going to get it either way, and it's got to be a good mix of both. You can't just be beating on your girls, demanding respect, because that ain't respect at the end of the day. That's fake. And so I'm just really big. My whole life thing is keep it real, I don't like none of the fake shoes, fake jewelry, fake clothes that all these people be wearing out there, especially the pimps, because they're just basically spitting in the face of the culture and in the face of the game. And yeah, it just gives a bad name to all the other pimps out there, including myself. A lot of people, like, homies I've had and shit like that, maybe not current homies,
Man.
they're kind of like, oh, bro, you're a terrible person for doing all this. I'm like, bro, you don't know the half of it. Like, I'm not saying these girls wouldn't be where they are today without me, but I'm saying that I wouldn't be where I am today without them. And I think vice versa, honestly, too. And that's because I keep it old school, because I keep it the way that it should be played. This game is not something that changes as the times go on.
Bro,
Seems
being
to be
a
what people
pimp
think, but
in
it's something that
2023
needs to stay
is
traditional.
wild as
Because
hell,
that's the
bro.
way it's always worked.
There's
It's the
so
world's
many
oldest
other
profession,
avenues
and
to
it needs
make
to be
money.
played by those same rules
It's
that it
crazy.
was created with.
And you'll make sure the girls get what they need in terms of drugs and
100%. As
food.
much as I don't like them doing the drugs, I'd much rather go buy them a nice meal than I would drugs, but they need the drugs to stay normal and to work. So yeah, I make sure that they're getting safe drug supply and, all the paraphernalia they need to consume
Bro,
those drugs.
it's crazy
is
to
it
hear
difficult
people
with the
talk
two
like
different
this.
personalities?
Like,
You know what? They're pretty close friends, so a lot of times they have qualities about them that will be difficult for me to manage, but I'm a people person, so I can honestly handle that pretty well. Kind of please both of them, including myself, and it works out. We don't have any issues with that more than normal.
You're still a young man. Did you have any idea that one day at 19 you'd become a pimp?
I'm not gonna say I knew that I was gonna be a pimp, but I had definitely like a personality where, like I said, I'm a people person, so I was kind of always having girlfriends when I was younger, and even if it wasn't in a romantic aspect, like I just felt more comfortable throughout my entire life with females than with males. So I guess you could say that it was an idea in the back of my head, not a for sure thing, but definitely there.
Would you describe yourselves as hustlers?
Oh yeah, we are the #1 hustlers in Orange County for sure. I mean, pimping is my #1 hustle for sure, but in the past
bro,
I've had
this
other
shit is
hustles.
funny, bro. I'm not trying to laugh
and
because a lot of people
I've always
be
been doing better than
ridiculous
my
like this.
peers. Like I said, I'm making sure they're living the lives they want
It's
to
crazy
live,
to actually
and
think, like,
just
people
free of anybody telling us what to
still
do,
choosing
free of any
prostitution
roadblocks for the most
over
part.
so much shit that you
So
can
yeah,
do.
we're definitely the biggest hustlers out there.
How about emotionally for the girls? Do they get depressed or angry, anxious, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, when you're dealing with anybody who's addicted to substances, myself included, if I'm not having my drug that day, and same with them, if they're not having their drug that day, there's gonna be a little bit of
And they
attitude,
talking
a
like
little
it's
bit
not
of emotion
like
involved.
illegal. Like
But
everything
I
that
try
they
and just
do
bring
is
them up,
illegal. It's
like
just
they're
like they
both
just
beautiful
get on
young
here
women.
just
I
snitching
try and just
on themselves.
reinforce
Like,
that they need to love themselves just as much as other people around them love them. And for the most
look
part,
at
it
it
works. I mean, we
shaking,
all
bro.
got our
Like,
mental issues that we struggle with, whether
like, she
it's,
can't even
actual
stop
mental
touching her
illnesses
arm,
or
bro. Like,
chemical imbalances or
Jesus,
whatever bullshit you
calm,
want to
bro.
say, but
That's
we're
wild.
just
It's
people,
scary. It's
we
freaky
got
too.
those
Like,
types
hey,
of
like,
those types
I
of
wonder
problems,
what's in
but
their head.
we make
I
do
wonder
with
if,
it
like,
and we work it
damn,
out.
What are your
I wonder if,
relationships
like,
like
if
with
they
your families?
really zombies. Though. Like
Well, I'm gonna let them
zombies.
tell their own stories because I try not to. I don't like
Shorty
to
in
talk
the
bad
blue
about their
just
families,
like, she
and
in
both
a
of their
whole nother
families
world, bro.
oftentimes
Like,
piss me off. But as far as my family goes,
that shit
I had
wild, bro.
a decent upbringing. My family was kind of like hers, very strict, very controlling. And my dad kind of just allowed himself to get bitched around by my mom a lot, and they were always fighting and beating on me and shit like that. So I'm not gonna say it was the greatest upbringing, but I always had a roof over my head and food on my plate. And now my relationship with my family, they know what I'm doing, but I think they probably
Bro,
just
like, that's crazy.
don't really.
Bro.
They
Like,
try and look the other way
I
about it.
don't know, bro.
Like when the cops
I think
came
I'm
and served that search warrant the
I
other day,
perceive
they
myself as
were
being
they
a
were on my
strong
ass
nigga, bro,
about it, but I kind of calmed
no,
them
bro.
down,
I can't be around no
cooled them
no
about it, and told them
crackheads, no
yo, this is what's going on.
zany
Like,
heads, bro.
I'm sorry
like,
I didn't come
Hell
out
no.
and tell you guys straightforward. I kind of was under the assumption that they knew.
And
Like,
Ashley,
and
how
it
about
seemed
your
like he got
your
everything
family?
together, as far
You
as like
still speak to them?
mental wise, but they just
Not
seem
really at the
gone.
moment. Or I'm trying to
Big
distance
pothead.
myself from them. My parents never did anything to harm me physically or anything like that, but mentally and emotionally, they weren't really there. Obviously, my dad, haven't seen him since I was really little, so we've only had a little bit of
All right, I'm gonna stop it from there. If y'all want to go finish watching it, y'all can go watch it. The pimp prostitution interview, Kelpie, Ashley, and Crystal. I'm just gonna say it like this, bro. Man, picture. I'm just gonna say it. Picture having kids. You know, raising these kids, like feeding your kids. You know, loving your kids. Obviously, some of these women has been going through a lot of shit since they was kids. So ain't no room to be bashing them. But I'm just putting it in a sense of like the drug addiction. Most of these females have so a strong drug addiction. It's crazy, bro. Like, I can't imagine having kids and seeing my kids go through shit like this, or going through like being off the wall, bro. Like, bro, they look like real life zombies, bro. Just sitting there, bro, itching away, grabbing their arm. Shorty in the blue can't even stop rubbing her leg. Shorty in the red can't stop rubbing her arm, bro. They meant like it seemed like the drugs went in their head and just unplugged everything, bro. All they know how to do is function, know how to probably, you know, do what they need to be doing, you know, on the street and doing drugs, bro. But everything else, it's like is not there, bro. I can't see how people do it, bro. The money is evil, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Money is evil, bro. Cause like, think about how, they not get, bro. Trust me, they not getting thousands of dollars, bro. They not getting thousands money over fists. Them niggas not busting bread like that. So they'll be putting up what they putting up with for a few dollars. Like, for a few dollars. Like he just said, the feds took 20 bands away from him. You know how long that nigga was probably saving up that 20 bands, bro? Like, bro, prostitution? Bro, this ain't the 80s no more. Like, y'all, that 20 bands probably took that nigga like 3 to 4 years to save up. Like, bro, niggas is not, bro, niggas trying to pay the 40. That's it. Ain't nobody paying no 500, 600 for no fucking prostitution. Bro, y'all tripping. Y'all super tripping. Like, super tripping, bro. I don't know, bro. That's crazy, bro. But we just I'm gonna get off that, bro. Like, y'all want to finish watching that, y'all can go watch that. That's the you know, that's that with them. But it's some stuff that I kind of want to look at too. It's this whole Vaughn situation, bro. I was a big Vaughn fan, bro, and I don't know what's been going on, bro. But lately, his name been in the news. I'm actually gonna go ahead and watch. I don't know where the video is at. So hold on, we're gonna go ahead and do this. So shout out to 101. Y'all go follow him. 101 Dub, follow him. I don't know where the regular video is at all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play this one. He actually did a reaction video of the documentary. So I guess Lore, if y'all don't know who he is, Trap Lore Ross, he does videos about a lot of interesting things in our community. I would say our community because we're the ones that live in these communities. About like rappers and stuff like that. About like, you know, some real serious shit. I wanted to watch this video, but it seemed like he dropped a documentary. I'm everywhere. He dropped a documentary about King Von and just going into details about certain stuff that's been going on. Y'all have to understand Von has been gone since what, 2020? So in this 2023, so this whole new conspiracy things has been coming up has been crazy. And I think he ended up canceling the video because I can find his page, Trap Laura Ross. I can find his page, but I can't find the documentary that everybody's talked about. So I'm pretty sure that he must have just, you know, deleted it, or he took it off YouTube, you know, privated it or whatever, because he's getting a lot of heat. Like, he's getting a lot. I'm not gonna say he's getting a lot of heat, but it's the talk of the town. Like, you know what I mean? It's the whole talk of the town. Anything that comes down to, like, you know, all this gang stuff is talk of the town. But I've never seen him take a video down. So he must have been getting a lot of like threats or whatever the case may be. But I just want to go ahead and see, you know, what they talking about.
Hey man, 101 Dub here back with another video. Listen.
Drill wave was characterized by rappers that grew up in Cube and NWA, to Tupac and Suge Knight taking over the music game with vivid tales of gang-affiliated rappers who would bully their way into the music industry. And then you have legends like Jay-Z and 50 Cent, whose tales of life in the streets as gangsters made them millionaires hundreds of times over. For decades now, rap fans have been looking for the realest artists, whose lyrics paint the picture of a real life of crime that isn't embellished or fabricated. But when it comes to rappers who truly keep it real, the Chicago drill scene has dominated for the last decade. First popularized by Chief Keef, the Chicago drill wave was characterized by rappers that grew up in the most dangerous blocks in America, with these up-and-coming artists rapping plainly and honestly about what they experienced growing up. Shootings on the block, disrespecting dead enemies, and constantly being chased by the police. Chicago drill rappers took gangster rap to raw new heights, where the stories behind the music could be matched up with the local news reports on the latest homicides. However, what happens when the people doing the killing start making the music too? Because in the years after Chief Keef popularized the violent stories of Chicago gang life, one of those gangsters killing people in the streets picked up a microphone too, and started rapping in the first person from the perspective of the actual killer. King Von had a reputation in Chicago as a fearless killer before he'd even started rapping, and it's widely believed, based on the statements he made in his own songs, that Von himself could have killed as many as 7 people in his career as a gangbanger, with more murders even taking place after he got rich and famous, with it being rumored that Von used his money and influence from the rap game to have old enemies in Chicago killed, and going on a journey which, in my opinion, takes him far beyond a street player who had to kill to survive in the mean streets of Chicago, because if King Von's tweets are anything to go by, he simply loved killing people. And the sheer amount of people that King Von allegedly played a role in killing has led to intense speculation as to whether he was a full-blown...
They said that boy got how many? Wait. Hey, they said he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Dang. 11. That's... I don't know. I was just trying to... But man, dang, they said... That's crazy.
11 bodies connected to him, bro. That's crazy.
Serial killer, a title which King Von's enemies even said that him and his friends took personal pride in. Now, the FBI defines a serial killer as a person who kills over 3 people with time spans in between them of more than a month. Furthermore, serial killers tend to have an element of psychological gratification which plays a role in the motive for their murders. The FBI also state that a serial killer might seek various kinds of gratification through their killings, such as anger, thrill-seeking, financial gain, or simply for attention. I personally believe that over the course of his career, King Von demonstrated all of these characteristics and can indeed be classified as a serial killer. King Von frequently exhibited behavior in public that conformed with these rules, tweeting regularly about his desire to kill, bragging about having committed specific murders in his music, which attracted him international attention and Billboard charting songs, with his drill anthems about murdering rivals making him a rich man with millions in his bank account. The FBI also point out another characteristic of serial killers, specifically that their victims may all have something in common. For example, a demographic profile, appearance, gender, or race. And it would appear that King Von only killed young black men and women from the community he lived in. These were all people just like him, being born into a rundown part of Chicago and growing up with a lot of disadvantages. All that really separated Von from his victims were the fact that they were from a rival territory, and he believed that nobody would miss them. King Von has officially been implicated in 4 murders, 2 where he was suspected of being involved, but the police didn't have enough evidence to charge, and 1 case where he narrowly received a not guilty verdict after a key witness disappeared and a co-defendant implicated himself. Another that he's accused of organising with 5 of his closest childhood friends, the shooting of rival rapper FBG Duck in broad daylight at a busy shopping district. Von will never face justice for, due to him losing his life only months before the feds would swoop in and arrest all 5 of his close friends. This particular murder would go down as one of the
Damn, like, bro, like, I know Chicago was like, but I'm like, I ain't like, don't get me wrong, I'm not stupid to like what's going on in Chicago, but I just never understand the point when a lot of them would start making money, bro. Like I always thought it was like a clout thing where it's just like, you know, they kept it going to get people out the hood. I thought it always was like this thing where it's just like, okay, we're gonna keep dissing, and this person gonna get signed, that person gonna get signed, that person gonna get signed. Because when Chief Keef first dropped, I remember how that took over everywhere. Chief Keef was everywhere, bro, like super everywhere. And it was music at first. Then it was a lot of, you know, stories start coming out about a lot of people like, you know, dying and stuff like that. But I never knew it was like, you know, like such of a game. Like the way that they tell these Chicago stories is pretty much like it was like a game to them. Like if y'all don't know what I'm saying GAME, like a game. Like they tell these stories like some of these people would just like, oh, they went to the store, killed the person, came back. That was it. Like it seemed like it's like no like remorse into some of these stories, bro. And it's just hard for me to believe some stuff because it's like, you know, and we all know I'm not a gangbanger, none of that stuff, but you know, I've grew up around it, and we all have seen stuff where it's just like, you know, things happen or whatever the case may be. But when people tell these stories, I don't know. I wonder if they really got their information right, because some of these stories be feeling like World War III in this motherfucker, bro. Like for real.
Most brazen assassinations carried out in Chicago since the days of Al Capone. But in total, there's over 10 murders of which King Von has been connected to over the years, and nobody has looked into all of them in great detail until now. So today, we're going to take a closer look at the man, his past, and his career to find out once and for all if King Von really was the first serial killer in hip-hop history.
He was in jail for 2 murders?
Yeah, 1 murder and 2 attempts.
4 shooters and a hail of bullets.
All in with scatter bomb. All in with scatter bomb.
Police found several shell casings in this parking lot.
King Von was bloodthirsty. He loved death. He loved killing.
I got a lot of fights. Just free. How many I think?
King Von had an insatiable obsession with murder and violence.
The shooting leaves 1 person dead, 4 others injured.
Me? Hey, I know you. You ain't know me. How you?
King Von probably would have been considered like a serial killer.
They labeled the man a serial killer. Them.
King Von, real name Davon Bennett, was born on August the 9th, 1994 in Chicago, Illinois, growing up on West 78th and South Hermitage in an area known as Killer Ward, an area mainly affiliated with the Chicago gangs, the Gangster Disciples, and the Black Peace Stones. Von would attend Barton Elementary School in the area, but despite starting life as a fairly normal kid in Chicago, he would be subjected to the influence of gangbanging in his family home from a young age. His father was Walter E. Bennett, aka Silk, a well-known street dude from nearby Ada Park. Von was mainly raised by his mother, as his father was in and out of jail throughout his childhood. But Von's father was apparently a legend in the streets, with ties to the street gang, the Black Disciples. However, much like Von, despite the fearsome reputation he'd earned in the streets, it would ultimately be this proximity to gang life that would lead to his father's demise, as King Von's dad Silk was shot dead when Von was only 11 years old, apparently being targeted by a sniper outside of a skating rink, according to an interview with King Von's uncle.
Rest in peace, King Von. Rest in peace, Silk. That shit was crazy. Like, I'm with Big Bro every day. Motherfucker kill his daddy with a sniper rifle. This shit get deep, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a sniper. A nigga hit him with a sniper rifle. They at the fucking skate rink, but you know, That's another story.
It seems clear that King Von's father Silk was
Damn.
remembered as a legend of the block. However, coping with the loss of his father at such a
They
young
fucking
age
hit niggas
clearly
with
had a negative
snipers.
effect on the mindset of a young King Von. He would tweet and rap in freestyles years later that he simply couldn't sleep after his father's death.
They killed my daddy, I couldn't even go to sleep.
And throughout his teenage years, he would post RIP tributes to his father on Twitter to commemorate his birthdays. Naturally, Von would follow in his father's footsteps, getting involved in local gang politics at a young age, with Von actually telling 16-shot and visuals in his very first interview that he got involved in the streets in 4th grade, eventually getting his hands on guns by the time he got to high school.
You was out here toting pipes in 4th grade, like when you started?
I probably had a BB gun or something. It wasn't that hectic. Like, it ain't good. I just been, you know, in the streets. There's also, I just like being outside. You know, one of the little boys that like sleeping out, just being outside all day, just doing bed and shit. When the gun, all that shit ain't come to play till like what? Yeah, like late 8th grade or some shit, 7th, 8th grade when it really got to that point where you gotta hurt somebody or somebody trying to hurt you and you gotta protect yourself.
Von would rap on the unreleased song Wait that he jumped off the porch, getting deeply involved in gang politics in 2006 when he was just 12 years old. Von would initially be a member of a local street crew affiliated with the Gangster Disciples called Killer Ward, being seen in numerous group pictures with that crew. And affiliates from the area would later post tweets suggesting that Von was indeed putting in work for this crew during his time gangbanging in Killer Ward, with Von himself corroborating that he was close to the members in Killer Ward where he was born, but making it clear that he's always been a member of the Black Disciples due to his family affiliation. Now, Von would live around Killer Ward up to around 2008 or 9, after which he would eventually move to the infamous Parkway Gardens housing development. This housing complex is notorious for its affiliations with the Black Disciples street gang. Parkway Gardens would later be referred to by insiders as O Block, but prior to that, it was referred to as Wick City. And here, King Von would meet many of the people who would end up having a huge influence on his life and career. People famous for their affiliation to O Block, whether through the gang wars going on there, or through the music that had been made about the gang war. People like Boss Top, Chief Keef, T-Roy, White, Duke, BJ, Big A, Trey 5, Sharoid, J Money, Platoon, and countless other people that played a big role in Von's life growing up. Von would also attend a new school in the area, the Hyde Park Academy, where he would attend with people from other rival territories with affiliations to the Gangster Disciples. People like FBG Duck, who would even claim in a Twitter exchange in 2014 to have plotted to beat King Von up on the school bus, and people like Lil Mark, who Von would even be seen in throwback pictures with before their feud had escalated into something deadly. Von and his friends started out their gangbanging careers with fistfights with the ops at school, schoolyard scuffles that would unfortunately escalate over the coming years, developing into full-blown gang war with firearms involved. Over time, a teenage Von would begin getting more and more involved in Chicago's street gang conflicts, apparently bringing guns to school as young as age 13. Chop Squad, who went to school with both Von and G Herbo, would claim that Von would even show off guns in class, with it apparently being Von himself who started the trend of teenage gangbangers in their school bringing guns to class.
Von was the type of person to bring a pole to school at 13 for. Like, that's what me and Herb was talking about. He was like, he knew it was real when Von walked up to him in school. He was like, he had flashed the pole or something. He was like, Herb knew every day from there it was up. He was like, oh, we bringing guns to school? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's on now. He's like, every day from there, everybody brought guns to school. And he's like, Von was the one to start that off.
In fact, G Herbo would even later rap about this on a collaboration with Von called FaceTime, saying that Von showed him a revolver in freshman orientation, an experience which led G Herbo to begin bringing guns to school himself too. Now, King Von was apparently out of control as a youngster. According to one story, Von actually did a shooting on prom night whilst wearing his suit, after literally tweeting out that somebody better not try him in his suit. So naturally, you can imagine, Von ended up spending a significant amount of time in trouble with the law as a teenager, with large patches of his most formative years spent inside jail cells. Von went to jail for the first time around August 2010 at age 16 for armed robbery, apparently robbing someone for their car at gunpoint. Something that he would actually later refer to on his song Armed and Dangerous, saying that he was arrested on August 11th, 2 days after his 17th birthday, when he was offered 21 to 45 years in a plea deal. Von would end up spending time in boot camp, an intense military-style juvenile program, ultimately rewarding him with early release. But soon after that initial charge, Von would catch another in January 2011, ultimately spending 15 months behind bars as a juvenile, being locked up between December 2010 and March 2012. And during this time of incarceration, Von's best friend T-Roy would tweet calling for his release. Eventually, in March 2012, Von would be a free man once again, but he was only free for a matter of months, from March to November 2012. But during this time, Von would undergo a transformation, going from a gun-toting stick-up kid to a full-fledged killer after witnessing the death of one of his close friends, which, as he put it, turned him into a demon. Before we get into the first murders that King Von was allegedly involved in, I just want to take the time to consider the real reasons why he would be motivated to kill in the first place. Despite covering a lot of gangsters who are hardened killers, it's important to consider the social circumstances that need to exist for a teenage boy to start committing murders. Firstly, these areas where King Von grew up in Southside Chicago, Killer Ward and O Block, are incredibly poor and dangerous areas, with the latter even being described by the local Sun-Times newspaper as the most dangerous block in Chicago. Part of the reason why so many of these gang murders in Chicago go unsolved is due to the failure of policing in these areas. Someone like King Von grew up seeing death and destruction as a completely normal thing. And if the police never come to your area to solve crimes or deliver justice, it's easy to see why you would place more trust in street justice than in the state. Furthermore, you really have to ponder whose fault is it really that somewhere like O Block ended up being so poor and dangerous. While it's easy to blame the gangsters and killers there for cultivating a lawless environment, the city and the state politicians ultimately have failed to create the economic circumstances for someone to grow up safely in these areas. Had there been better economic prospects in the hoods of Chicago, perhaps many of these young men wouldn't have been forced into a life of crime and violence. Furthermore, when it comes to the analysis of King Von's eventual transformation into what some have described as a serial killer, there's actually an argument to be made that geography may have played a part in King Von feeling like he could get away with so many murders. The 70s to the 2000s have actually been described as the golden age of serial murder, and one possible cause for this phenomenon around this period has been cited as urbanization and the concentration of inner city living. Some people have said that putting so many people in such close proximity ends up offering a unique level of anonymity when it comes to committing crimes in these complicated, busy and overpopulated areas. Put simply, this means that in O Block, the sheer amount of people, overlapping gang conflicts, and normalization of violence on the streets means that somebody like King Von could kill multiple people without attracting too much attention to him personally. As sad as it is to say, in the eyes of the cops, a victim is just another casualty of the gang war rather than a specific crime that could be solved. And it's these circumstances that were the perfect conditions for a young King Von to begin killing people in his community with minimal consequences. And whilst King Von was in jail, gun violence had raged on between the Black disciples from Wick City and the rival gangster disciples from St. Lawrence and Eberhart Avenues, or STL-EBT. And during this time whilst King Von was incarcerated, a 15-year-old gangster disciple from the rival hood by the name of Tuka was murdered. Real name Shondale Gregory, Tuka was shot dead at a bus stop on the 600 block of East 63rd Street on the 12th of January 2011 at around 6:48 PM. It was around that time that a masked gunman jumped out of a vehicle, shooting Tuka several times. Tuka was hated by his rivals from the Black disciples, and over the next decade, BDs would continue to disrespect him on social media and in popular songs. And in honor of their fallen friend, gangster disciples from St. Lawrence and Eberhart would rename their area Tukaville. It's never been fully revealed to the public who killed Tuka, but ever since, there has been intense speculation that a boy named O.D. Perry from Wick City might have had something to do with it. This is partly due to him being pictured regularly with a silver revolver, and the witness report from the Tuka murder stated that Tuka was actually shot with a long-barreled silver revolver. Regardless of whether or not OD was really the person who killed Tuka, that didn't really matter, because later that year, on August the 10th, 2011, in an act of retaliation, OD Perry was killed just outside Parkway Gardens. He would suffer multiple gunshot wounds, including one to the neck, at about 11:35 PM. Just like Tukaville, Wick City was also renamed in the memory of their fallen friend OD, O Block, and it's believed that one of the shooters who killed OD was a female teenage shooter by the name of Jakira Barnes, or KI. Following the murder, KI would begin to pose on social media with a silver revolver, similar to the one that OD was known to carry, and her rumoured involvement in this murder of a beloved O Block member would lead to KI becoming a major target herself, with matters not helped by the fact that she would regularly tweet insulting OD Perry and alluding to having killed him, along with others who would openly claim that KI made the O, meaning that she killed OD and was the one that caused Wick City to change the name of their block to O Block. But the tragedies in O Block were far from over. On the 18th of October 2011, another O Block native by the name of Patoon, real name Edward Riley, would be shot dead inside O Block after being approached by two people with firearms. Another devastating loss to the community would come when 19-year-old Sherroyd Liggins would be shot in the head and left for dead on February the 16th, 2012, also at O-Block. This murder was particularly notable for the fact that it was
God
believed
damn.
that Sherroyd was killed by a Tukaville shooter by the name of Boss Trell from a long distance using a red laser beam attached to his gun. And following the murder, KI would regularly tweet about this detail. Boss Trell was apparently a firearms fanatic, even uploading YouTube tutorials on how to take a Glock 40 apart. He would also show off a gun with a red laser beam attached to it, possibly the very one used in the murder, in a music video for a Chief Keef diss song called Critical by Lil J and FBG Duck. As the gang war in his neighborhood continued to take more and more of his friends' lives, King Von would get more and more involved, continuing to play a role in the gang war going on in Chicago's street underworld. Von later rapped on the song Don't Want to Be Me that everything changed for him in 2012, and that this is when he decided to get more active in the gang war, with Von saying specifically that the deaths of OD and Platoon completely changed his plans and led him to put on a mask and get active in the gang war. Now, there's a lot of speculation about the exact murders that Von was allegedly involved in, and we might never know definitively if he was truly involved in all the violence that he was rumored to be associated with, but the very first murder that Von was associated with took place on April the 28th, 2012, when a group of 4 men would catch a man called King Doc, real name Marlon Monroe, shooting him as he walked into a convenience store, with Doc apparently stumbling into a patch of tall weeds after the shooting, where he would pass away and lay undiscovered for hours. Doc would eventually be found dead by his 16-year-old cousin, Modell McCambry. Doc would be remembered as an original native of St. Lawrence and Eberhart Avenues, with his affiliation to the area likely the reason that the killers from O-Block would target him, despite the fact that Doc had apparently left the gang life behind him, becoming a painter to get out of the streets. Apparently hurt by the death of his cousin, Modell, that boy who discovered Doc's body, would then begin to get more involved in the gangs in the area too, beginning to hang around with people like KI and FBG Duck, as well as being seen on social media with guns. In fact, it's actually around this time that social media begins to play a bigger and bigger role in the gang war in Chicago. And during this time, King Von himself would become a prolific user of Twitter, beginning a flurry of activity on the platform after signing up in June 2012, and going on to tweet constantly about his activities in the streets, seemingly with no fear about incriminating himself. Von would openly claim to be drilling in the name of O.D. Perry. He would say that he was like Phineas and Ferb in the streets with his best friend and fellow O-Block shooter T-Roy, warning ops not to diss them, claiming to shoot people like it's nothing. He would tweet that he's been drilling from young and even wants to kill cops too. He would say outright that he will whack people. He would regularly diss numerous rival hoods and gangs, and be claiming to be paranoid due to having so many people trying to kill him. Von claimed on Twitter to get so enraged whenever he hears the name Tuca or St. Lawrence that his trigger finger just starts itching. But during this time that Von was tweeting openly about all the crimes that he was willing to do in the streets, these crimes would continue to play out. On August the 7th, 2012, Von would make a tweet saying that homicide is in the air and that it smells like a graveyard. Then, in the early hours of the morning the following day, on August the 8th, 2012, a group of guys from O-Block, rumored to include King Von and T-Roy, would be out looking for enemies to kill. Dirty Rel, real name Terrell Joshua, an older member with affiliations to St. Lawrence, Eberhart, and Jarrow City, who had actually moved out of Chicago but was back in town, would end up being shot dead and found on a sidewalk on the first block of East 56th Street in Washington Park just before 3:30 a.m. However, in this case, retaliation would come fast. As the day of August 8th, 2012 goes by, that same evening, around 11:30 p.m., King Von is out with his close friend White, real name Tony Dunn. They would go to a convenience store together on East 63rd Street and South Martin Luther King Drive. Here, Von would go inside the store whilst White waited outside. At this point, a gunman pulls up, shooting White in the back, with a police officer on the scene even returning fire and hitting the shooter, who ultimately managed to escape. White would be pronounced dead in the early hours of the morning on August the 9th, 2012. This date just so happened to be King Von's 18th birthday. This was a devastating incident for Von, who would tweet numerous times about the murder of his friend Whitey, including this one where he said that he had just bought Whitey a pill and gone inside the store, only coming back outside to find a crowd surrounding his shot friend and at first believing that Whitey would be okay. After this, Von would tweet messages saying that this killing is what led him to act out, and in the days following, he would be pledging to kill his enemies publicly. Von later elaborated on his mindset around this period in his song Demon, saying outright that witnessing the death of his close friend Whitey on his 18th birthday is the exact thing that turned him into a demon. And Von would rap that after this, him and his right-hand man T-Roy would be doing hits back-to-back to avenge this tragic loss. Von would apparently be trying to kill much more ruthlessly after this, desperately wanting to get at rival shooters KI and Wooski, who had mocked White's death on Twitter. In September 2012, King Von and others caught KI on the train, apparently beating her up and mocking her on Twitter in the aftermath. Von would eventually catch up with K.I. in much more deadly circumstances, but not for a couple of years. For now, he would continue to gangbang in the streets with his O-Block brothers like T. Roy, ultimately winding up implicated in numerous murders as he continued to seek revenge for the murder of White White, and one body at a time, building up a fearsome reputation as one of O-Block's most ruthless killers. Chicago drill veteran Tay Capone would tell 16 Shot and Visuals in an interview that if you hung around King Von in 2012, you simply had to accept that you would be in shootouts.
If you was hanging with Von, you had to accept everything that came with Von. You had to accept that you was gonna be in shootings, accept that it was gonna be that, and you had to be with it, you feel me, with Von.
King Von was on a mission in 2012 to get revenge for the friends that he had lost to the gang war. Losing OD, Platoon, and White White turned him into a demon, he said. So he would spend every day in the streets of Chicago stalking his ops and broadcasting his activities on Twitter for the whole world to see. On September the 6th, 2012, Von would get arrested, even taking selfies on Twitter inside of the cop car.
Don't get me wrong, I was falling asleep, but I was looking down at my phone.
Dubbing themselves the
But
O-Block
I was
Savages.
falling
In
asleep
fact,
for sure.
After posting one picture together, one woman from O-Block even suggested that Von and T-Roy stop being photographed together in case somebody sends it to the police. Von would tweet how him and T-Roy's names were ringing in the streets and that people were praising them for doing their thing, regularly using this as a catchphrase to refer to his drilling, tweeting warnings to the ops that he's about to go on their block and do his thingy thing, telling them that they have 2 hours to clear the streets and promising to blast them on sight. Von would even reflect on a conversation that he had had with T. Roy, saying that they can't die soon because they know they're going to hell for all the bad things they had done in the streets. Von would even openly tweet about shooting up Dunbar High School around this time. And unsurprisingly, he would continue to be in the eyes of the law, being picked up in October for battery. But little did the police know just how serious Von's crimes were about to get in the coming weeks. On the 13th of October 2012, Von tweeted that he is about to pop these pills and spaz out on somebody, expressing frustration that he hasn't taken anybody down for a while and saying that he's getting dry, perhaps a tweet with a double meaning that could refer to sex or murder. That very same day, Von would tweet that his ops party tonight is getting cancelled. Later, Von is tweeting asking for somebody to come and get him. And 30 minutes later, Von tweets simply, "Ha," followed by 45 Glock me. That very night of October the 13th, 2012, Modell, that same teen who had found the body of his cousin King Doc dead just 6 months before, would be walking down the street with another one of his cousins on their way to meet a girl, when just before 9:30 p.m, somebody approached them on foot, opening fire. Modell would be shot in the chest and later pronounced dead in hospital, whilst another boy who tried to shield him from the gunfire was unfortunately shot 5 times and left paralysed just trying to protect Modell from further shots. No one was ever charged with this murder or attempted murder, but many years later, police documents would be released revealing that King Von himself was positively identified by a witness as the shooter, with T. Roy apparently at the scene too. This meant that King Von was the prime suspect in the murder. And not only that, but King Von would tweet immediately after the killing. Now, it's important to remember that Twitter timestamps run on Universal Coordinated Time. That's the same as UK time, and that's where I'm reading these tweets from, which is 6 hours ahead of Chicago time. So for me to get the exact time of a tweet that was made by King Von or KI or somebody else in Chicago, I have to take the time that it shows on Twitter and minus 6. I'm telling you this because Modell was shot at around 9:30 p.m. That means that King Von tweeted, "Who died?" about 17 minutes after the murder of Modell took place. And that tweet was followed by yet another one reading, "It's not safe around our way," which came less than an hour after the shooting. And Von's "Who died?" tweet would provoke responses from somebody who even knew Modell, with Von saying that the dead person is somebody that they know. In addition to that exchange, the female shooter from Tukaville, KI, would end up getting arrested not long after this for apparently shooting indiscriminately into O-Block, hoping to kill anybody in retaliation for Modell. None of this seemed to bother King Von, however, as he clearly got a lot of satisfaction out of having seemingly killed again. The day after the murder of Modell, Von would tweet that him and T-Roy have a problem and that they can't stop doing their thingy thing. Von would tweet that the streets are in trouble when he's coming, and he would brush off the cops' attempts to arrest him. In fact, only 2 days after the killing, he would get into an argument with a well-known Tukaville GD known as Wooski on Twitter. Wooski had inferred that he had been out looking to catch Von that day, asking him where they were at, with Von leaving a heartless reply saying that he
what they really is saying, bro, they really trying to say that like King Von was like a legit murderer.
Possession of a firearm and being questioned in October 2012, with Von
serial killer at that, more than just a murderer, a serial killer.
Even told Von that when they questioned their ops, they all talk about him and T-Roy, suggesting that their names are feared in the streets. Von would even tweet after that his own mother was beginning to hear the rumors about his violent behavior in the streets and she was trying to put him on punishment. But Von wasn't deterred, and he kept using Twitter to increase his reputation as a killer. The following month, Von would be sending unprovoked Twitter ats at Wooski asking if he knew who killed Modell, provoking responses from numerous ops who wanted to see Von dead, including Wooski and KI. And to me, this is where we see King Von really beginning to take pleasure in killing. For years to come, he would tweet mocking Modell, saying it's messed up what happened to him and that he's a straight sucker. It's this sort of behavior where I believe that Von crosses the line from a normal gangbanger killing to survive to a full-blown serial killer who is taking the lives of others systemically for his own personal gratification. At this point, Von has already satisfied the conditions of being a serial killer, having allegedly killed more than 3 people in different locations with large periods of time in between the killings. And his tweets express a clear tendency to take pleasure in killing and a desire to show the world what he's doing. In a way, King Von's purpose in life at this point in time wasn't just revenge and murder for sport. It was about doing these crimes and giving the world clues about what he had done. And as the story goes on, you'll see King Von constantly hint towards his crimes on social media, in his music, and even on television. But now, the pattern had emerged, and Von clearly had a thirst for blood. He was becoming a talented shooter and not facing any consequences for these crimes. And so, in the coming months, Von would be rumoured to have been connected to at least 3 more murders, with the police only catching up to him when it was too late. In late 2012, Von was earning a reputation as a feared shooter in the Chicago gang wars, something he would be more than happy.
How do they get all this information, though? That's what I'm saying.
Social media, sliding in
He got
cars,
pictures, videos,
T-Roy and
everything.
others, throwing up gang signs and saying that they're smoking Tuka.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, little bitch.
Fuck Shardell. Fuck Zico. Fuck both of the Shardells.
Fuck Tuka.
And he'd be seen with his boys mobbing deep in trap houses.
What's up?
And Von would even broadcast his activities rolling with the gang to the local store. Von was surprisingly open about his gangbanging life on social media, and he would be particularly active on Twitter during these violent months. He would tweet openly that he was planning to shoot at random people in traffic. He would tweet that he is STLK, or a St. Lawrence killer, and interestingly, around these times, on the 18th of October 2012, O-Block native Chief Keef would release his hit song Love Sosa, a legendary Chicago drill anthem with lyrics about killing people for disrespecting O-Block. At this point in 2012, Chief Keef had become a global rap star off the back of his single I Don't Like, which was given an all-star remix by Kanye West, and ended up landing at number 73 on the Billboard charts. That song had lyrics about the gang wars in Chicago and lives being lost, and Chief Keef's music was becoming legendary for painting a picture of reality on Chicago's most dangerous block. Of course, who could forget Chief Keef's classic anthem 300, a song with lines all about the young'uns on his block gunning people down, and a track that made it famous to diss Tuka, with Black Disciple rappers beginning a trend of saying that they're smoking on Tuka, a sign of disrespect to Shondale Gregory, who had been killed in 2011. Now, King Von himself had an interesting relationship with Chief Keef's music. Von would tweet that him and T-Roy are the real-life people who these rappers are making their songs about. Von seemed proud of his career as a real gangster, the true story behind Chicago drill music. In fact, it seemed from his tweets that he took great pride in this. He would regularly quote lyrics from drill songs by Chief Keef and others, and he would continue with tweets expressing his intentions to shoot up the ops. In one, he says he just got a new gun and can't wait to use it, and he even claimed in one tweet to have shot a woman by mistake trying to shoot at a man, ending the tweet saying, "I don't care, same thing to me." It seemed that Von really had to tweet pretty much any street activity that he was involved in during this time. He would tweet that he hasn't touched or seen a revolver in a while, and on October the 29th, Von would tweet saying that he was avoiding T-Roy because he was winning, presumably referring to T-Roy having a superior kill counter. So Von would tweet literally saying that he was trying to catch up with T-Roy's kill counter, saying give me until Friday. And just the day after this tweet, he would find what he was looking for. On October the 30th, Von would tweet that it's his main man T-Roy's birthday. And later that day, Von tweeted that he was drilling like OD. At 8:45 AM, Von tweeted, "Check the stats," a reference to who has the most bodies in the ongoing gang war. According to the police, less than 30 minutes after this tweet was made, at around 9:13 AM, P5, aka Crack, real name Derek Johnson, would be shot multiple times in the 6200 block of South Eberhart Avenue. The 23-year-old was rushed to the hospital, but pronounced dead at 9:54 a.m. The incident report would record the time of the shooting as 9:13 a.m. in the Chicago time zone, which on Twitter for me would display as 3:13 p.m. That means that just 3 minutes before the recorded time of the shooting, Von tweeted, "laughing my ass off." Then at 9:13, the time that the police estimated the shooting took place, Von tweets, "his 45 makes his ass do 40 flips." And then, only a few hours after this early morning murder, just after noon, Von would tweet the early bird catches the worm, and then going on to tweet about ops making the news, saying that he does his thingy thang for real, saying that he erases people like he drew them, and tweeting that his ops aren't trying to win like he is, and saying that he is doing this for OD, Platoon, Sheroid, and White White. Von would claim to be finding a lot of things funny that evening, once again tweeting numerous times that his 40 made someone do 40 flips. Tweets that become much more chilling when you learn that P5 aka Crack was shot over 16 times in this incident, including the neck, chest, back, right hand, and jaw. Von actually tweeted a couple of days later, "How many hollow point bullets could you take to the face before you crack?" Followed 3 days after that with a tweet saying, "6 shots in your face," something that he would continue tweeting for weeks. Now, it's been claimed by some that O-Block members even set up P5 or Crack with a fake drug deal. Another O-Block native by the name of J Money would tweet indicating that P5 was selling weed at the time of his death, and Von himself would tweet, "RIP P5, I hear he was just trying to sell some weed." A detail which is particularly shocking because, if true, it means that Von's tweets in the minutes leading up to the killing would have been made whilst he was actively playing a role in setting up P5 for the fake drug deal, where they would ultimately kill him. As the days went by, Von's tweets would get even more bold. Just the day after the murder, he would tweet pondering whether he was messed up in the head and indicating that he thinks he's gone crazy. Things would get even more incriminating just 2 days later when Von put out a tweet reading, "Damn, Modell got killed in October, and Crack. Who's gonna get killed in November? Stay tuned." And he would tweet RIP Crack and Modell, as well as tweeting asking when the funeral is. Von would even reply to KI and Wooski, who tweeted each other about going to a funeral, with Von saying that he was on his way too, and even offering them a ride. Von also tweeted at Wooski asking if he knows who made Modell World or Crack Crew, another reference to crews renaming themselves after a fallen member who's passed away. Now at this point, Von is establishing a clear pattern, getting the location of his targets, shooting them dead, and then celebrating publicly on Twitter. And within only a few weeks of the P5 incident, yet another high-profile murder would take place, with Von's involvement having been debatable, but his Twitter account telling a very different story.
Hey man,
So y'all go finish watching that. I don't know where the original video is at. Trap Lord, I don't know. He must have took it down. Maybe he was getting too much, too much bullshit, man. Like a lot of people were trying to put their hands on you. Yeah, man. Just y'all go follow. Okay, y'all go follow. Trap Lord. Y'all go follow him right here. Let me get his name. Y'all go follow one-on-one Dub, bro. I just when it comes down to Vaughn, when it comes down to all the Chicago crap, bro, it's just crazy to me when how people can just know so much without being there. Like how do y'all? They got everything down packed. They got from the everything, bro. Like how do y'all have the video? Y'all put everything together, bro. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Like, and if Vaughn is responsible for, those many bodies, that's if you believe in God, brother, 'cause, man. Yeah, That video was long as I ain't gonna flex. The video was super fucking long, bro. But he had like other videos too. Like he had, but I don't know. He must have took it down. All right, chat. I'm just now looking at the chat. George, George, you was on Twitch. I'm actually streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch right now. So my bad if I ain't see you, George. George, my bad, my bad. George, you bruh. I ain't gonna flex, my bad. But yeah, that Vine shit is just ridiculous to me, bro. Ridiculous. But y'all go watch that, man. Y'all go. It is what it is, bro. What else you wanna? What else I wanna go ahead and look at for the one time? Bro, when I say it's not nothing, we're gonna see what they talk about. This
With a fast, transparent process and no hidden fees, there's no place like Zillow Home Loans.
At Vistaprint,
bro, come on, bro. Y'all doing too much, bro. All these, bro. Anybody finna be putting y'all ads on here and stuff, bro? Pop that. Come on, pop that, pop that, pop that.
Crazy. Y'all seen that shit with Skin Bone and Shaky?
Y'all saw that shit with Skin Bone and Shaky?
Yeah. That's what you was talking about?
Hey, that's funny skits. The little funny skits and shit. They gotta read some more. Y'all gotta get some more. Hey, Skin Bone, you funny as hell.
What happened? What happened, bro? They was on live yesterday?
Live, going back and forth. It looked like Shaky bought a blue check. Skin Bone cracked a joke about it.
Like Bonnie?
Shaky went. It's a lot of messages. Shaky went. Pull up. Then Shaky went and told his bitch about his side. And then Skin Bone was like,
"Oh, we getting into it.
Wow.
You tell my bitch about my side bitches, Mitch, I'm gonna get on your motherfucking taco meat."
Wow, so we got some comedian beef going on in Chicago.
Skin Bone for trannies. They say Skin Bone for punks. So you like chicks with dicks, gang, and you want to play with my name? Wait, hold on, wait. Take this shit back 5 steps. Bro, we might have to use 6 because this shit just threw me all the way. So you like chicks with dicks? You chasing men, but that's what we doing, gang. You better not never say nothing about no Italian beef and Pepsi. Bro, because I came over here on DJ Youth and we brought a vibe with that shit, right? But overall, you get your ass punched on playing with me like that. But you like dudes, folks? You better never play with my name and you like boys. I don't like no man who like men play with my name. Cause that mean you like me and you don't like dudes on 1st grade, don't like me on 2nd grade. That's how I'm taking it.
How y'all feel about people buying the blue checks? Did y'all buy one? Anybody buy a blue check?
My shit busting.
You bought one?
Hell no. What I need a blue check for? I ain't Bodine. Let me stop playing. Bodine, that's my.
Bodine, because I think the people gonna think you saying Bodil. He ain't talking about Bodil.
Not Bodil, I said Bodine.
Right, I'm just saying. I don't want the people to think you talking about Bodil.
This a pack too.
Bodine bought a blue check?
Nah, he ain't bought no blue check. I'm capping out. He bought something though. How he outfollowed me? I know I'm the bigger person. Nah, I'm just playing. Now look, on some real shit though, Bodine my real homie, gang. So I'm trolling him right now because he was just trolling me like 2 nights ago. So I'm trolling him in my interview, y'all. This is what's going on. I'm trolling him right now. He saw me in Trench's news, Swipe a fight, and neither one of us win. Who? I knock bitches out for fun. Oh, bro. It's merch short. Swiper. This no funny shit. I'm getting them, this is what they be chasing, gang. They use my name to chase it, so, and I'm gonna give it to them, and it's gonna be the end. You hear me, youth? No funny, you, I'm down. I said youth. you doing? Raising the young generation, the young population. Here, you got the young people on the young wing, huh? My fault, cool. No, I'm just with y'all. No, though. This they little shine to shine. Time to shine.
Yeah. So, going back to the blue check, though.
Dog, though, I ain't buy what. I could buy what. Everybody got my real name and shit. I ain't worried about that and shit. I get it.
You think it's worth it, though?
$14.99? Address from 2014 pop out.
You think it's worth it? Being $15 a month?
Hell no, it ain't worth it. Let me tell you why. I just did it real. That said, I'm that boy in her DM say she pretty. That bitch, no funny shit, right? I get a charger on first grade. Let me get a charger for my phone. Cause my real, on Lil Brian, shorty, my real alone, like, my page is like 8K. But then when I did that real game, my shit on like 14K, 15K right now, off the real. That was like 2 weeks ago. That's little shit. Granted, my page already supposed to be clapping like that. I had a page that had 75K. And I don't pay for no followers, cause I don't even like you folks.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that nigga was just talking about, bro, but he got it though. The hell? But yeah, I wanna see the little shaky now, what they was talking about.
I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. I ain't no here to bash you, folk.
But they on this month.
Yeah, he joined. You gotta slide to gang talk. So look, you in a Discord, slide to the left hand side of the screen, look for them 3 lines or something. It's on the left hand side.
You know how to do that, man.
Hold on. This one say
You know
gang
how to
talk
do that,
waiting
man.
room.
Hey, this shit really good.
He say you ducking your shit, bro.
He definitely ducking his shit, man. Oh, bro, he ducking.
Oh, you can't go out like that on the live, gang. You stop instigating,
Yeah,
folks.
folks.
I'm really trying to get y'all that real combo, folks.
Just link with me, folks. Me and you, folks. On phone them grades, so I could pounce you one time.
He talking about,
on
man, I'm
phone them
finna go
and
to
leave it
bed.
alone.
He talking about, man, I'm finna go to bed on the YouTube.
Hold on. That look like skin bone.
What's up, Scary Cat?
This how you do it? I don't be.
Oh yeah, that's how I do it. Hey, look, we got a link, Bone.
Turn
On
that
phone, we
camera
got
on if you
a
can.
box, my boy. On phone, that's all I want to do. I want a link box. On phone them, I ain't trying to. After that, on bro grade, you go your way, I go my way. We got a box, boy. On phone them grade. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. I ain't no here to bash you, folk. I'm on here to tell you we got to fight.
All right, let me say this then. I ain't on here to bash.
What's up?
either,
On
'cause
phone them, speaking.
I've been stopped giving. It was just the fact that you had all the opportunity you wanted to when we was at Rico house. But to be honest, I already know. Them once the video dropped and them pictures dropped, it pissed you off. Now you want to fight
definitely.
because you ain't
Hold
want to
on,
fight.
listen.
You ain't want
Nigga,
to fight.
Rico lied and said you wanted. Rico told you that I wanted to do a piece. Nigga, well, you knew I wanted to. But he knew I wanted to beat your ass, folks. Ain't no peace. He lied to you and he lied to me, gang. I told Rico, tell the fat man to show you the messages, man.
Hey, shout out Rico for being a peacemaker.
To tell you, look, folks. I told folks to tell Skinbone, we swapping it out tomorrow in your backyard. We gonna put shit behind us. I'll be over your crib in the afternoon. That nigga read my message and went back and called you like he said he was on bro. And then he sent me a long ass message saying that you wanted to sit down and do this and do that on bro. That's how that occurred, gang. That's why you think that interview was so fake. On gang, I kept rubbing my hands because I wanted to snake your ass, gang. I ain't gonna lie, broski. I ain't even gonna lie on my grandma. I want to snake you in folks' crib, but that's bogus, gang. I ain't gonna do that, folks. He told me to leave that shit. Wait, I'm finna let you talk, Skinbone. Look, and you on the live, right, Bone? You tell him you said pull up, let's fight. You want me to pull up to Rico crib when Rico was telling me don't pull up to his crib with that shit, gang. You at another man crib telling him to pull up, gang. You feel me? That's bitch shit. I ain't gonna lie, Brody. I'm not finna pull up to folks' crib, disrespect his crib, G. He just moved there. Now everybody in his business over there. Now he gotta get up out there because it's too violent, you know? Because a fight broke out in front of his crib, G. I don't phone them. All that shit was cap, gang. I feel like Rico trying to make you look good, folks, but I know how it go, gang. I don't phone them. I'm a one-man army, folks. Bro, I don't need nobody to make me look good. I'm speaking on this shit alone, gang. For real. That's all I gotta say. You can speak now, though.
You think I'll hire Rico to
No, hell no. Hell no. I think Rico just put himself in something he shouldn't have did. Rico was trying to be a peacemaker, and that's love, though. We need peacemakers in Chicago. But on phone them grade, when I tell you to tell Bone, I want to box him. You tell folks that look, Shaky say he want to box you. Y'all put that shit behind y'all. Straight hands. Put that shit behind y'all. Y'all go y'all's own way. You feel me? He told you that. You probably said no, or he didn't tell you that. He lied.
Nah, he ain't tell me that. Nah, he ain't tell me that.
That nigga lied. I knew he lied, folks. I knew he lied. He told me he didn't lie. That's crazy, gang.
But you know, when all this shit was happening, when you was on live and you was doing all that, the first thing I told you before you even got on live was pull up. And you told me no.
Pull up to where?
It didn't matter. You still told me no.
Listen though. Pull up to where?
Before Rico was involved in anything, I kept on saying pull up. Even when you called, when you got off live and called me, when you said I'm
you at this man crib.
I can't
you
wait.
At this man crib.
I wasn't there at that time. That's not where I was at when I said that.
On phone up great. Okay, look, Bone. Can you link with me, folks, so we can box? I want to box you on live. Instagram live. I want to box you on live. Me and you on my daughter. Can we please do it? On phone up great. I want to box hands. Ain't no celebrity death match. None of that shit. I want to box. Me and
okay, you said that already.
You bring your cameraman. Bring my cameraman. That's 4 men. We got 2 cameras. Me and you.
You said that already. That's already been established.
That's it. All right, let's do that. That's all. Just let the people know you said you can do it.
But I've been saying that since the first 2 minutes you started tweaking in my DM. But listen, why are you trying to fight now when you could have fought me?
Hey, Bone, I'm done talking about it. Hey, Bone, I'm done talking about it, man. On phone them great. You don't want to fight, folk, but you gonna fight me, folk. I'm gonna see you, Brody. I'm gonna see you, G.
That's fine.
I'm gonna see you, bro. You don't want to fuck up your image, folk. I'm punching on you, gang, when I catch you, bro.
That's
on my daughter.
That's fine.
Y'all feel like the fight really gonna? Y'all feel like the fight gonna solve this though, gang?
You was a friend, nigga. You was in my fucking crib. I'm punching on you when I catch you, gang. I swear to God, folk. That's all I want to do is beat your face one time, gang. You bogus, folk, and you made me look like a bitch with that video, folk, and that one day. You know that, gang.
Like, what you
finna do all that on 16 shit, folk. I'm done yelling about it, gang.
Yeah,
I know, folk. I know it's all good. On phone them great, and I still want to see you doing your shit after I beat your ass. On phone them grade.
You have nothing to be.
On phone them grade. Look, real nigga shit. I still want to see you eat and do your thing. Just not with me. Bro, I ain't shaking your hand after I get done beating your ass, nigga. I'm walking off. I'm gonna scratch off
real loud. I never was eating with you. We never ate together. I never was eating with you.
On phone them. As a man, I said I still want to see you eat. Just not with me. That's as in doing skits with your ass. That's it.
Okay.
You will never see no shaky and skin bone again. The only thing you finna see, the only thing they finna remember.
With a nigga that keep talking over me, man. Why you invite me on here with a nigga that keep talking over me?
Let me say this quote real quick. Let me say this couple of pieces of quote real quick.
Bro, hey, look, we gotta keep it respectful, man. We gotta keep it respectful, man. On phone, we man. You know, we gotta have a convo without.
Hey, look, skin bone, talk your shit, guys. I hope you not a fight.
You keep saying the same shit.
I know.
Okay, let me be realistic. I don't want you to interrupt me because all you keep doing is getting mad and you keep yelling. That's ain't no reason to be mad.
Hey, you sound geeky as hell.
When you fight me, when you gonna fight me when you see me, cool. But why you keep screaming and keep doing all
I want me and you to link.
Okay.
So this shit can be professional on phone. I want to link. You get out your shit, I get out my shit, and we rumble. That's it.
Listen. But why? Calm down. What you? This how I know I'm gonna beat your ass because you using all your energy. You using all your energy.
To a nigga who disrespected my daughter, gang, and you talking about be cool. Phone them crazy. Ain't no be cool. I'm gonna respect 16 shit. I'm gonna respect 16 shit, gang. But you talking to a nigga. Look, I'm talking to a nigga who disrespected my daughter.
Hey, say.
You disrespected my daughter, gang.
Please mute him, bro.
Hey, Shaky, gang. I ain't want to mute you for. I gotta mute you for because we gotta give folks a chance to talk.
Please mute him, bro. Please mute him. Please mute him.
He just left on phone.
Damn. That shit was crazy. So these niggas really into it over a blue check. That shit crazy. Bro, that shit crazy as hell. Y'all got niggas over here. Please don't. That shit, wow, brother. Come on, man. I hate. Come on, y'all don't. All these ads, bro. I'm gonna keep talking to y'all so these ads won't play, man. Cause these ads be on some personal, bro.
I seen you had said some shit like, well, we ain't gonna get to that. Before I get to that, I want to ask you about the situation with Dontario in the parking lot. Cause I think we got it confused and we thought you punched or smacked your girl, but you say you ain't do that, right?
They was calling me a woman beater. They called me a couple of pieces of woman beaters.
Yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie, we was watching that, we like, damn, folk, he ain't hit him, but he hit her. But whole time, bro.
Hey, 16, I ain't gonna cut you off. I'm just gonna tell you the details. For one, that video was edited, man. You know, for two, all that didn't happen at that same time. You feel me? The shit with me and Dontario happened at Bump J crib. You feel me? Me and him fell out over some money. You feel me? It was $20. Brody ain't even give me a chance to even break the 100. Soon as Bump J give me the $100 for knocking down the Patron. And by the way, I felt like I was set up though. But look though, when Bump J brother give me the 100 for knocking down the Tron, I'm fucked up because I'm already off jigger. I'm off my square. But my lady there, she sober as a bird. You feel me? So she there, she my eyes. But I'm there. I just me and her. I get the huncho, Dontario, rough up. Hey man, on baby, motherfucker, my $20, man. For real. I say, hold on, damn, folks, hey, watch out. And you all hostile to my lady on bro, because I just gave my lady the 100 to put in her pocket. On bro, hell no, give my 20, man. Your ass know you owe my 20, man. I gave you that 20 for that bottle. Woo, woo. What the f is you talking about? I put the 100 give the 100 to my girl. I say, man, motherfucker ain't getting nothing. What did you want? On bro, motherfucker ain't getting nothing. Woo, woo. Now we in each other's face. Bro, like slight grab my what's her name, but ain't shove me out. You know what I'm saying? So all that, he choked me or whatever. The people just made it look so good though. That'll be a nice movie though. But on bro, all that, he whooped me, made me cry in the parking lot. Come on, man. I was dealing with demons at that time, man. On bro, I had just lost one of my homies at that time. I was popping hard. On bro, I was just an emotional young man. You know what I'm saying? On bro, I was off my square that night though. But all that motherfucker whooped me, made me cry. I'm a woman beater. Come on, what y'all trying to bash Shako, man? Y'all trying to turn the racket to a Shako. Y'all crazy. The whole motherfucking rack love me, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like I was watching your shit and I was peeping like it looked like you was out pills, drinking liquor, all type of shit. So
man,
I ain't know like if that was just you or you dealing with shit.
16, I was lit. 16, if you know me in real life, man, Shako be lit. He be in his own world, gang. I got my own world, you know. I slowed down. I don't get as lit like I used to like that. Cause me looking at me in that video, it make me mad. And it make me want to do some real demon shit. Like some shit that I ain't, like crash out type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't that serious, bro. I'm grown, you know?
I be hating when like I get to look back on certain situations. And
for sure.
It's like sometimes that should be unhealthy because a motherfucker you'll watch that shit and then make you go do something just because you seen it and be like, I should have did this.
You feel me, 16?
Like, man, this bitch ass nigga just... Oh, bro.
Man, you should have seen me pacing back and forth in my crib, man. My lady likes, you need to just relax. I'm like, babe, come on. You know what? I'm gonna go sit in my car. I just go sit in my car. I'll go drive my Charger just so I can make that bitch yell. Just drive. Leave some steam.
Come on, man. There are all these motherfucking ass and shit. Y'all niggas gonna have to go on with that. For real. Yeah, this whole shaky and skimbo shit is hilarious, bro. Because first of all, you don't even know why. You don't even know why they even beefing, bro. But it's funny. I just want if they ever do fight, bro, that's gonna be one of the most funniest videos ever, bro. Because bro is long as hell.
Yo, I can't tell. You going crazy? I really couldn't tell. I don't know, man. That was a girl. Yeah. I really didn't know. I really couldn't tell. I thought the girl first. It looked like a nigga. They going crazy, bro. Oh,
I don't know.
I'm trying to be funny, bro. For real. Like, I really couldn't tell from that angle. It was hard to tell. Like, so serious. I'm not trying to be funny. Where was he at?
John, if you step on that, I will call you the sorriest nigga.
What happened?
Wait, what?
What happened?
All right, look. High school senior year first or junior year first time I seen Leland.
Right back to my.
Leland, I was walking past hallway. I seen Leland getting like.
Wait, hold on, wait. Start from the beginning. Start from the beginning of the story. Start from the beginning of the story again.
I went on bathroom break, right?
Okay.
And I was
I'm trying to clarify something. Wait, when did you say this was?
Junior year.
Did you say senior?
No, I said junior. I probably said senior.
Yeah, it's not adding up. I didn't meet you senior year.
I just said senior. I said junior. I said it like real fast.
Let us finish this. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going bathroom, and I seen 3 big figures pushing somebody into a locker. And I get closer. I said, "Hey, y'all back up! Ain't that old boy?" These Lynn's friends with my best friend named Jason.
Who?
I said, "Ain't that Jason's boy?" I said, "Ain't friend of Jason, is a friend of mine." And they said, "Beat it." I said, "What?" I knocked the first 2 out, and the third one ran off. I said, "Tell your motherfucking friends you don't ever lay a finger on Leland." And he ran, and Leland never touched.
So you said.
And then I gave him his first pair of Jordans.
You said.
I said, "Huh?"
You said.
I said,
Why you had him host at your disposal?
I had that shit on, and then I said, "By the way, Leland, go watch a show called Naruto, bro. Chin up,
Look
kid,
at that.
champ." And that's how he is.
All y'all niggas.
Grade? You told me that 11th grade?
In 11th grade.
And then I say, "Huh,
Put you on.
here's some polo, Leland."
Does Canelo Alvarez?
Oh my gosh, bro! All these. Oh my.
Or is he always dreaming of boxing?
Oh my God! Go turn this off real quick.
It's crazy. So if I find a picture anywhere before 2013 where I got J's on, then what?
Fake picture.
You say what?
Fake picture.
Photoshop. You said, "Why'd I bring a Ouija board to the house?" Bro, if
trying to curse us?
No, if y'all saw the story, I was literally tasked with going to go get a Ouija board and some scary dolls. I bring Ouija board back, and they was like, "Why'd you get this Ouija board?" I was like, "Bro, that's the only Ouija board they had."
You got the forbidden one.
It was good, but it was crazy. It was the last one, and it was limited edition, which was crazy. But what the? I completed the task. I can't get a fake looking Ouija board.
It was just the way you brought it in, though.
Yeah, that's creepy.
How'd I bring it in? Please tell me.
Like you just okay, so you brought it in, right? But you didn't say anything. You just brought it in like it was normal. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if I bring any props back to the house from we were about to film for, I mean, I just
you should. I'm saying you should have set that to the side, like in a. I think had that in the middle of the floor. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the corner where you can't with it.
OG Bubblegum donate $5. Say, "Hey y'all, hey Ben," with a lot of Y's. Hop on that, Ben.
What's good with you?
Take care of that, Ben.
Hop on that, Ben.
Hop on that, Ben.
Huh?
Take care of that, Ben. You know, chat. Fun fact. That's not the first time ass was thrown on the stream.
Oh,
he was. You know who the first person to throw ass on the stream was?
Ooh.
You know who it is, Ben?
I don't know what you're talking
about. You don't know who it is?
Okay, one time, there was a time we're in the old house, and we did not have a lot of money. We did not have a lot of money.
Oh, it sounds familiar.
We did not have a lot of money, right, chat? And somebody proposed that
some might say
Jay threw his ass for $100. And you gotta respect it. Cause we was hungry. And we did not have the bread. And Jay put his to the side. Put all his pride to the side.
Nah, nigga, wow.
And threw the fuck out that hoe for that $100.
Oh my gosh, this nigga in the chicken soup,
and that bitch came in so
tough. Bro. I ain't gonna lie, Jay was throwing that hoe, chat.
He was throwing that hoe for that fucking $100. I'm tired. That shit fed us.
That shit fed us.
You know how valuable that shit was at the time?
Yeah, you gotta count for inflation.
We was so broke.
You gotta count for inflation. Boys was down bad in this house.
He read that shit, not a moment of hesitation. He said, family hungry, bread online.
Make sure my niggas eat, bro.
I'm gonna make sure they eat. Let me throw this hoe.
I
don't know if I'd be here today if they didn't throw that hoe. I might have died that week.
That was that's like.
Hey.
How much them tacos cost?
What tacos?
It was like it's like $10 for a week of food, or like 4 days of food.
A week?
No, like 4 days.
No, it's $10. No, it's $10 for substance. It's not food. We just keeping ourselves alive. That'll definitely take years off of our life.
It'll
It
keep you
definitely take
alive
years
for
off
3
of our lives.
days.
I'm out 34 weeks. The fuck about me to fuck up? I feel like fucking Peter right now, bro. God damn.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-386-0041. That's 1-800-386-0041.
Nigga bullshit, bro. He not trying to do nothing.
Let's just go, bro.
Oh shit.
That nigga did.
That was fucking crazy.
Lit that nigga the fuck up. Des, leave them alone. Let's go.
They pushing.
Let's go, nigga.
It was pushing.
Play it.
Bro.
Oh, Dylan, you with me?
Oh yeah, like it's hood.
When did you die?
That nigga he casually running off and leaving me. This is crazy.
Damn, bitch.
That nigga's a fucking
What
hoe,
the
bro.
fuck? I thought y'all was behind me the whole time. Oh
No
my
way.
god. Fuck.
Ain't no way you did that.
Nah, I'm gonna get some money and get y'all back. What the fuck? I did not know. Oh my
That nigga-
fucking god. No,
That nigga
I
was humming.
had no idea.
Back right.
Bro, that nigga, he was dead ass humming. He was humming and ran off the
the
list.
elevator. I wasn't paying attention.
Hold on,
Oh, I'm gonna buy y'all back, bro.
Why?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Oh, the cameras were on, boy.
Petconomics
Oh my
savings
gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! All these goddamn.
savings for you.
All these goddamn. Okay.
Got your motherfucker. Fucking. Turn around, please turn around, please turn around. Yes, please turn around. No! No! Fucking bitch.
Where's that body at, bro? Easy.
Okay, so I don't really know this map like that, but I was on my way to fix whatever was going off, and it was right by. Damn, I think that's where you gotta throw the leaves out.
Mark, your hairline's starting to recede. Hold on, let me put. Stop fucking playing with me. No, it's not. You don't talk about no nigga hairline. Game is that? This ain't no fucking game, nigga.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Timothy, hit me neutron.
Yeah, why you running from him?
I tried to show y'all one time that my hair. Get the fuck out my face. Ah! I tried to tell y'all one time, show y'all one time my hair not cut, and y'all coming in motherfucking talking about hairline receding. Bitch.
Big Booty Panda down there, dog, said, "What's up, Ben? I need your help with something. I have an erection." My God.
Oh.
Nah, you
That is
fucking I was like, why he writing like? I said, why he writing this like this? I said, why is he writing like this? He got me the second time.
He has a weapon.
Keep going. I said, Ben, come to South Carolina. I'll show you a good time.
Hey.
South Carolina, what the?
He coming.
Pause.
What the fuck is South Carolina?
You know what I grew up playing? I played a lot. Growing up was wild. I played World of Warcraft.
Oh, World of Warcraft? I've never touched that bitch in my life.
I played that bitch. I was on that bitch heavy. My brother put me on.
Never played it.
I was on.
Bill was getting shoved in lockers.
Nah, it wasn't that though.
I didn't.
No, I wasn't like out telling people though. That's the thing. Like nobody knew I played it. Nobody else played WoW around me. I just remember my brother. Once again, my brother put me on.
I'm fucking dead. That nigga
This is
said
like
shoved in lockers.
No way.
Hey, WoW was fun as fuck. Hey, no cap, that was a fun ass game. I was playing RuneScape, and my brother's like, "You playing RuneScape, bro? Get on WoW, bro." I said, "That bitch costs like $15 a month. I don't got no money. I'm in like 8th grade."
15 a month. Crazy. That was running up for your motherfucking ass.
Like 7th grade, I was like, he's like, "Bro, get on this game." I said, he said, I'll pay. He said, "I'll pay for you."
How long you play that bitch, Ben?
I think I played till I was like in 10th grade.
Nigga, they bet a bag off your
7th to like 10th grade, I played it. Cause I didn't have no money to get a PlayStation or Xbox. Cause my brother, he put me on all games every time. He bought every system, so I just played off his shit. And then he like after he graduated, he moved. So like I got no new stuff. I got new stuff, but he was like, "I'll pay for your subscription to WoW." So I was playing WoW.
Big brother.
Yeah,
big brother.
Yeah, that's my brother though. He paid for my shit every month. I was like, "Yes, sir." So I didn't
15 a month. Them niggas, they crazy for that shit, boy. They was running it up for y'all niggas. I know they made bags.
They was making a bag. But hey, that month was fun though. If you play WoW, you know how fun that shit was.
Who'd you play with on that hoe?
Like, I didn't play with nobody I knew. Like, it was like a guild. I was in a guild, but we all knew each other though. Like, niggas knew each other's first name.
Y'all was boys?
We was boys. Nigga, we did raids together. We did PvP. We would like fight other niggas, bro. High level was crazy.
Bro, Jay.
Yeah.
You know we need, bro. The nigga that really did George of the Jungle, since he talked about Jungle Book and shit, that made me think of George of the Jungle. That nigga really did hold Tarzan, bro.
George of the Jungle hold Tarzan.
That nigga hold that nigga.
Niggas who really tried to get up. But what if Tarzan hold George of the Jungle though?
Wait, no,
Nobody thought of that.
Nobody thought of that. Hold on.
No, look that up, bro.
No, we gotta look that up. Who came out first for real? I'm looking it up
Whoever
right
came
now.
out first had it.
I'm
Because
looking
the
it up
niggas
right
came
now.
out almost the exact same
Ben got all these big booty bitches in the timeline. I mean, on the Google. Ben, you gotta delete this shit, bro.
Man, you need a therapist.
I don't use that computer ever.
My nigga need a sex therapist.
You notice how he didn't deny looking at big booty bitches. He said, "I never use that computer." Are you serious, nigga?
That's not a thing to look up. Regardless, it's the other things.
You don't look up big booty
this
bitches.
is actually crazy.
Big booty bitches.
Hey man, there's kids on there.
Booty bitches.
I'm not 8. Big booty women.
Lugares que eu jamais imaginei, né? Grande final do Championship Qualifier Brasil.
You know what language he's speaking?
Então, dessa forma, eu sendo esse rosto por trás das câmeras.
This chat's so wild.
Pessoas,
Why would you laugh at that? What the f*** are y'all laughing at?
Pessoas que não têm.
So this chat said something that made me laugh. It was out of control.
What the f*** you laughing at, Jay?
Oh, Portuguese, okay.
What the f***?
Let him make it. Let him make it.
What the f*** that?
Oh, it's the girl thing. This shit formed up here.
No, I
Replay that part.
No, I swear to God. No, I read the chat. I already said I read the chat. I swear to God, I did. Somebody in the chat fucking wild the deal. You gonna get me canceled because you bullshit, man.
Let's hear it out. So Jay, what did the chat say? Point it out.
I'm just gonna hit this up.
What did the chat say?
No, be quiet.
Hey, leave it chill out, bro. I swear to God, I swear to God that the chat said something. I'm not gonna read what they said though. I'm crying.
Ask them chat. What did the chat say?
Hold on, man. You wouldn't let her step on you.
Where leaving at? I bet you that nigga mic off and that nigga rolling.
Ooh.
This nigga crazy.
Watch out, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and stand for this shit.
Game that we have ever worked on. So we have.
That nigga Lil don't give a fuck, bro. What you talking about?
Mr. Tanimura and Mr. Ishizaki.
Man, hell no, bro. No, I'm not getting in there.
You don't say that though.
We would be.
I don't say what.
REALNIGGA. That's me. Yeah.
NIGGR.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, my bad. I thought that was the next. I thought that was the next one.
When you live with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, your day can be full of reminders of your condition. Never knowing. Always wondering. You weren't made for UC or Crohn's, but gut-focused Entyvio is. Entyvio works at the site of the problem to block certain inflammation-causing cells from entering the gut. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. Although unlikely, a risk of PML, a rare, serious, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, experience frequent infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Liver problems can occur with
Bro, what the hell? Liver problems and shit. Everybody trying to.
Do we still fuck with Maurice? Hell yeah.
Yeah, but what? Nigga, we lost
the other day, and we seen Maurice. We was like, "What's up, boy?" He said, "Man, it ain't the same around here without y'all, man. It ain't the same around here without y'all." And they got a whole family and shit.
Nigga still had his jeans on.
Shit, yeah. He be washing them all. He said, "It ain't the same around here, y'all, man. But you know me, just getting to the cheese for real." I was like, yeah. I said, Maurice, you know you been the same.
He talk about literally or figuratively? He said both
for real. But these niggas out here, they always trying to stop my grind. He said he almost got too. He said that some nigga put like some poison into the cheese and he was eating around it and that nigga got sick as fuck. It fucked that nigga vocal cords up, so now he gotta talk like that.
He got
like he got
not Maurice.
But he a dog though, bro. He a dog for that though.
But what's crazy though, that nigga was he was a little nigga when we lived.
You said you want Corey Kenshin on the stream. Say less. I'm about to call Corey and say let's go ahead and play some Warzone. He can be our fort. We'll just take the sorriest nigga off the team, Desmond.
Oh yeah, be that way, Des.
What?
There's people right here. To left.
You can come watch in my room though.
They said my name.
They fighting right here, y'all.
Oh, hold on, dude, hold on.
Mark, you said my name.
Yeah, I know.
No, yeah, keep not say it.
Leland versus Phantom.
Me and Phantom.
What? Leland is built like a fucking football player. They gonna be grabbing. They ain't even gonna be boxing. They gonna be grabbing, bro.
Hey, Leland ain't never been in the gym in time.
He said what?
Oh,
Cap. That's Cap. That is Cap.
They gonna be grabbing and Leland gonna slam the fuck out of Phantom, bro. That nigga Leland just got in the gym like past 2 weeks. Look how big Leland is without ever going to the gym.
He said what? He breaking up on the mic. I can't hear him.
Phantom be in the gym.
Phantom, are you in the gym?
Chris, I feel like Phantom was slow as fuck one year and kept that shit.
Oh, you about to tell us your views, Ben? You about to tell us your party? What's your political party, Ben?
I mean, I vote Democrat. I'm not hell into politics, but I be voting Democrat when I do vote.
Uneducated voter.
Huh?
You're an uneducated voter.
I vote for the president.
I'm out of town. Thug it with my
governor.
If you don't know what it's talking about, then you still vote.
You said what?
If you don't know what that talking about, you still be voting.
No, I mean I feel like I know normally what the president's talking about at least.
No,
the governor
I'm
at
saying
least.
the government. So like last time when we voted, the shit that whole talking about, you was
talk about
voting?
the governor and all that.
Yeah. I voted for my
Whoa!
That nigga.
Hey!
That nigga.
Whoa!
Ben, you don't have to say who you voted for. You're right. You're voting. You're right, Ben.
I voted for my.
You got to yourself.
It's in the law, Ben.
Yeah, chill,
it's
Ben.
In the laws.
I ain't voting for no fucking Trump, bro.
Ben on the loose, bro. We gotta get you PR trained. You over here
bro,
going
what am I?
for you about to tell you voting for?
Yeah.
We gotta get the man.
I voted Trump.
I ain't ashamed, is it?
Yeah, I voted Trump.
Nah, nigga. I'm not a Trump supporter. No, nigga, stop.
I'm out of town.
Double down on it. Are you willing to die on a stake for it?
Make America great again, Ben.
No. Y'all saying shut the I haven't even said nothing crazy. Y'all niggas y'all are blowing this out of proportion for sure. I've not said nothing crazy, which is y'all niggas wildin'.
We wildin'. Well, no, we even said nothing. Oh, okay. They wildin'. No, we even said nothing. Hell yeah.
You was finna tell us your views. You felt.
No, it's about views. I was about to say who I voted for. I was about to say no views.
That's the same thing. That's the same.
Kinda, I guess.
Trump 2024. Am I right, Ben?
What the fuck, Jamichael? That nigga said play the game, monkeys.
Whoa.
What? Yo, what the fuck?
Dylan, turn your mic on. Are you laughing?
Bro, these ads gonna piss me off, bro. These ads, bro. Nobody want to hear about these damn ads, bro. Y'all
Turn your mic on.
y'all don't control motherfucking money.
Mic's on.
This some bullshit.
You better
We
just turn
can't
it
see
back
what
on.
he's doing
He
right
just
now.
turned it back on. Was you laughing, Dylan?
No, my mic's been on.
Don't make us
Dylan,
make you put it on
was
something.
you laughing?
No, I was not laughing.
I think I was rolling, bro.
I was not
No
rolling.
way, bro. No way, Dylan.
That's just not funny. I might actually ban that dude. I might actually ban that dude.
Hey,
Actually,
bro.
I'm gonna look for his name. I'm actually ban that dude. Mod,
nigga be bullshitting, bro.
send me his name. Clip it and send me. I'm gonna take care of that because we're not
He's
tolerating that.
literally not gonna do nothing.
That
Chad.
nigga's a liar, bro.
But I gotta tell them niggas about you though, bro. Hey, this nigga,
bro.
hey, you said what, Desmond?
Chill out, bro.
You know,
You can tell, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. There's like one of them exams. No cap, y'all. One of them exams. I took that hoe with all of our receipt and failed that bitch. I swear to God.
No, Jay. It was me. It was me, you, and your health science class in the library.
It was like a whole class of us. We were all sitting on the computers right next to each other. They say, and you said it was B, right? B, yeah. B. Hey, hold on. B.
I didn't even have that class. I didn't even have that.
One nigga finished the test. One nigga finished the test. And that bitch said, fail. We was shook. What? We said all 30 of us gave it our best shot in that motherfucker. But guess what though?
I said, nigga, I ain't even in this bitch. I'm just trying to see somebody win, bro.
But listen though, before I continue with these stories, I'm an entertainer. All this shit could be false. I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer. All this shit could be false. All this shit could be false. So shit. Hey, believe at your own risk. Ripley's Believe It or Not. That's all you got for the rest of the stream. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Let's continue. Hell yeah, bro. Whole lot of people talking about. Oh, what the fuck?
Like I said, I wasn't even in the class, bro. I just want to see them niggas win, bro. Cause them niggas was pressed.
Dead ass.
Niggas was pressed.
Hey, niggas was pressed.
Oh.
One time I had no cap, Leland, Dylan, Ben, Desmond all in a room with like 5 laptops. It was just one test, bro. It was a final, bro. It was like we had what we do?
The ass room?
Yes. We was in that bitch from like 10 a.m.
Nigga, we were in that bitch for hours, nigga.
No
that nigga
cap.
Dylan got off work. That nigga got off work. We put a laptop dead in his motherfucking hand.
What the fuck? For hours, like a full work shift.
No, it wasn't a test. It was like a.
It was that homework, bro. It was like the homework section.
It was a bunch of sections, bro. It was like
that nigga let them hoes build up. He let them hoes build up over the semester.
It was like some homework section.
Like 4 days.
But it was like a class that was on some bullshit though. It wasn't even a bro. Man, good times, bro.
They had us doing spreadsheets and all that shit. I say, bro, what the fuck?
No cap.
Hey, that shit was good times, bro. Good times, bro. Say
niggas was dead ass pressed.
Bro, one time, I dead ass might not even have been here had I felt this. Hey, hold on, I gotta tell y'all niggas, bro. One time, dead ass, bro.
Oh, what is it?
We had. This is why I think y'all should go to college. There was this. I was procrastinating. There was this group project. It was like for 50% of our grade. I swear to God. You know how colleges be doing. They be making one fucking thing like half your fucking grade. So it was like for 50% of my grade, nigga. And I had a group, and none of us niggas took that shit seriously until the last 2 days. We had to present the project in 2 fucking days, nigga. We was in the library, y'all. And I kid you not, I swear to God, we was in that library from 8. It took like a whole semester work we did in 2 days. It was like from 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. again the next day. Slept for like 3 hours. Came back at 11 a.m. all the way till class the day after. We went from the library to class. Nigga, I could have died. My heart was beating at a different way. I swear to God, it was irregular as fuck. I was off of nothing but clean energies and NOS, Viper. I know every energy drink name because that shit. Viper, NOS, Clean, Celsius, motherfucking Starbucks, coffee, motherfucker. It was everything possible, nigga. Nigga, we came out that bitch. I was best friends with this white girl, this black girl, and this white nigga. And this other black girl did not show up. She fucking sold us. So it made us have to work extra hard to pick up her slack. Cause she fucking dropped out of college. And that's another thing in college. Niggas just be dropping the fuck out randomly. Like dead ass, you just walk up in that bitch, yo nigga dropped out. He don't give a fuck neither. It's crazy, bro. It's really wild. College a whole different. It's a whole different lifetime.
Bro, I'll never forget this story, bro. I think I was already out of class for this semester, and it was one time where you and Desmond had went to the library and some shit. Y'all niggas had came back late as a bitch, and I'll never forget this because Desmond scared the fuck out of me. I don't know what the hell happened, but that nigga Desmond was in the back room asleep, right?
Yeah. Oh.
And this nigga Desmond, chat. I swear to God, bro, this nigga woke up out of nowhere, and this nigga just yelled out the date. He said, March 13th. I still don't know what that shit means. I don't know what the hell meant. That was all he said. And I looked back there and that nigga was still asleep. I look forward to March 13th every year from that point on, nigga. I don't know what's happening.
That nigga said a special date for a nigga for real. I remember that shit. That was fine.
Somebody's getting hold.
That was fine.
That's midterms.
Oh, midterms.
I was fucked up at that fucking day.
That nigga said March 13th. I said,
hey, that shit funny, bro.
Oh, nigga, I was terrified.
Throw your wars in the chat. Throw your meals in the chat. Throw your dances in the chat.
All right. I think that has been enough of me just bullshitting on this live tonight, man. I've been on here for like an hour and a half. That should be enough for your boy. Thank everybody who was watching. If y'all didn't watch, fuck y'all. Oh my God. I've been on here for, I don't know how long this shit was. Almost 2 hours. 4 more minutes will make it 2 hours. So I was just waiting to make it 2 hours. So I just stopped. Try to keep going. Try to keep going with 4 more minutes. But anyway, I've been on here for 4 hours, chopping up with you guys, watching some content, watching YouTube, watching stuff. Hope y'all guys fuck with me. If you guys don't, fuck you and your mama. Ugly ass. No, but seriously, I appreciate everybody who stopped by, watched, and, just watching this channel go from 0 supporters to, trying to get this channel to 100K as fast as possible. We're going to be on here chopping it up. We're going to be doing a podcast on here. We're going to be doing a lot. We're going to be doing a lot, man. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, subscribe. More videos on the way. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. Man, I really did 2 hours. Congratulations to me, man. Congratulations to me for knocking out 2 hours of streaming. I really, I'm just happy as hell, man. I'm just happy as hell. But yeah, thank y'all for all the things, for the people that was watching, for the people that's gonna watch. But other than that, I am out. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias right here. JaKobe So Funny everywhere on all of my social medias, on TikTok, Twitch, everywhere. YouTube, everywhere. JaKobe So Funny. Go ahead and screenshot that, and subscribe to your boy. But other than that, I am out. Peace. Peace.